Great things are done by a series of small things brought together. Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss the last topic of the chapter, that is asexual reproduction in animals. In contrast to sexual mode of reproduction, asexual mode of reproduction is a uniparental process. That means only one parent is involved in the process of reproduction. Here, gamete formation, that is reproductive cells formation, does not take place. The organisms undergo mitotic cell division. During mitotic cell division, there will be no crossing over process, so there are no mixing up of the genes with each other, and that is why the progeny is identical to the parents. It means they are exact copy of each other. Genetically, the progeny and parents are having same genes. Thus, they are known as clones. This type of reproduction process occurs in unicellular organisms or in lower animals. Let us discuss various modes of asexual reproduction in this video. The first one is fission. Fission means splitting or breaking. It is common in unicellular organisms like amoeba, paramecium, or in bacteria. The parental cell divides into two or more identical cells. It involves division of the nucleus followed by division of cytoplasm. There are mainly two types of the fission found in nature: binary fission and multiple fission. Occasionally, binary fission is also found in some of the multicellular organisms like planaria. Let us discuss about each type of the fission in detail. The first type that we are going to discuss is binary fission. Bi means two. Here, the organism splits into two organisms during the process. Organisms like amoeba, paramecium, euglena, leishmania that causes kala azar, and bacteria reproduce by the process of binary fission, which occurs in definite orientation. It takes place when the environmental conditions are favorable to them. During this process, two processes are exactly taking place. First, the nuclear content of the cell divides into two equal parts, that is known as karyokinesis. Karyon means nucleus and kinesis means division. So first the nucleus divides, followed by the division of the cytoplasm. Process of division of cytoplasm is known as cytokinesis. Cyto means cytoplasm and kinesis means splitting or division. So here mainly two processes occurs, that is karyokinesis and cytokinesis. You can notice both the processes in the wallpaper. See, first of all, the cell got elongated and nucleus got split into two equal halves. Followed by the division of nucleus, cytoplasm is also getting divided, and from one cell, two daughter cells are formed. Thus, this process is known as binary fission. The plane of division of cytoplasm may be transverse or longitudinal. the transverse division is observed in Paramecium, whereas the vertical or longitudinal one is observed in Euglena or Leishmania. Whenever the environmental conditions are adverse or not favorable for survival, at that time the organisms follow another mode of division, that is multiple fission. Multiple fission usually occurs during unfavorable conditions when organisms form a cyst or a protective wall around them. Inside this cyst, the nucleus of the cell splits several times to form many daughter nuclei. The cytoplasm gathers around each nucleus to form daughter cells. Thus, many daughter cells are formed within the cyst. Whenever the favorable conditions arrive, the cyst bursts open and release the daughter individuals, each forming a new organism. The term multiple here means many or several. Thus, we can say during multiple fission, many organisms are formed by splitting off single individuals. Multiple fission occurs in malarial parasite, Plasmodium or amoeba, Paramecium, etc. For Plasmodium or malarial parasite, it is normal mode of reproduction in RBCs and liver cells. But in amoeba, multiple fission occurs during unfavorable conditions. The next mode of asexual reproduction is budding. It is a type of asexual reproduction that occurs in simple multicellular organisms like Hydra, Cycon, and some unicellular organisms like yeast. It may be defined as production of new individuals from an outgrowth or bud of the parent individual. During budding, a small outgrowth or bud arises on the body of the parent organism. The nucleus of the parent gets divided into two equal halves, and one of them passes into the bud. The bud grows in size, constricts at the base, and gets detached from the parent body and further develops into an adult organism. Unlike in fission, during budding process, the parent does not lose its identity and remain intact after budding. Buds do not separate in sponges, and repeated budding give rise to a colony. Budding in yeast is so fast that the bud formed starts forming its own bud before being detached from the parent's body. In this way, yeast cells form a chain of the buds. The next mode of reproduction is sporulation or spore formation. Formation of the spore is a common method of reproduction in fungi like Mucor, Rhizopus, Aspergillus, Penicillin, etc. In algae, bacteria, and non-flowering plants like ferns and mosses, spore formation is the way of asexual mode of reproduction. Spores are microscopic unicellular reproductive bodies which easily get dispersed by air, water, and animals. Whenever these spores fall on suitable substratum and under favorable conditions, they give rise to new individuals. Spores can be defined as reproductive structures that forms in the parent's and give rise to new individuals. The common bread mold, Rhizopus, reproduces by the method of spore formation. The fungal body is made up of fine thread-like structures called hyphae. Some of the hyphae are aerial and bear a knob-like structure called sporangium. Each sporangium bears hundreds of minute spores formed by repeated divisions of nucleus. On attaining maturity, the sporangium bursts open and spores are released in the air. These spores germinate on new substratum and each spore grows into a new hyphae of Rhizopus. Look at the wallpaper. There, the structure of the Rhizopus is visible. On your left, you can see the hyphae, that is the base or the thread-like structure on which a bulb-like structure called sporangium is there. This sporangium bears hundreds of asexual reproductive bodies called spores, and on attaining maturity, this sporangium bursts open and releases the spores in the air. The next mode of reproduction is mesmerizing, as it gives ability to the living organisms to repair themselves or to regenerate. That is regeneration. This regeneration is ability of living organisms to repair or to restore their body parts lost in an accident or self-amputation, that is autonomy. The power of regeneration is utilized by some organisms for asexual reproduction and multiplication. The simple organisms like Hydra and Planaria show regeneration capacity. If these are cut into several small pieces, then each piece will grow into a new individual. Here in the diagram you can see a planarian body is regenerated from the cut piece of the parent plant. Due to this regeneration power, Planaria and Hydra are considered as biologically immortal organisms. Another similar type of asexual mode of reproduction is fragmentation. It is the breaking of a multicellular organism into two or more parts after maturation. Some multicellular organisms with simple body design, like some filamentous algae, fungus, bryophytes, and some marine ribbon worms, reproduce by breaking up their bodies into small pieces. The parental body may also break due to mechanical injury, death, and decay of older parts, emptying the interventing cells. Spirogyra, a green filamentous fungus that you can see on your screen, has a multicellular body with similar cells, each of which is capable of photosynthesis, growth, and development. Spirogyra filaments break into various fragments on maturation, and each fragment then grows into a new Spirogyra. Thus, it serves as a method of asexual reproduction. Read the chapter thoroughly, prepare the notes, stay safe.